Imagine if I tell you only one factor is responsible for 50% of problems in the world. How important would it be to solve that one factor? At least in the world of law of attraction, this is common, way more common than you would think. 50% of your manifestations, your desires that are not coming true, can be accredited to just one situation. Imagine if you could solve this one supervillain of a problem, you would be able to manifest with so much more grace, with so much more speed, with so much more ease, with so much more comfort. Isn't it very important to solve this one problem? I'm going to talk about this supervillain, and I'm going to tell you 5 ways how this supervillain is affecting all aspects of your law of attraction practice. The supervillain is nothing but negativity and negative mindset. And I'm going to tell you 5 ways in which your negative mindset is affecting your law of attraction practice. Hello and welcome. This is episode 27 of Manifest with Paycheck to Profit. I am Manish Ahuja, India's first money mindset and financial literacy coach. I use law of attraction as one of the tools to help people change their money mindset, eliminate their money blocks, and with the right money mindset, you can learn financial literacy a lot faster and achieve your financial freedom. Paycheck to Profit is a community for millennials and Gen Zs who want to take their relationship with money seriously, change the way they look at money, and start manifesting more wealth into their life. In today's episode, I'm going to tell you about 5 ways negative mindset is impacting your law of attraction, shattering your law of attraction for that matter of fact. And the first reason behind it is negative mindset will always make you overthink. Now, when you overthink, you are trying to look at every possibility that could happen and why a particular situation could fail. Why should you not invest in stock markets? Because what if you end up investing in a wrong stock? What if that stock ends up going into a scam? What if you don't get good enough returns? What if the returns are not in par with the market? You will think of every possibility that is going to get you exhausted. And an exhausted mind is not going to be able to perform to 100% of its capacity, which means you're not bringing in your A game. Now imagine if this is just happening with your investments. This same mindset, this same procedure, this same thought process is going to affect every aspect of your life. Hence, negative mindset is definitely going to impact every aspect of your life because it will make you overthink every situation. The second way negativity is impacting and shattering your law of attraction practice is people on a very subconscious and an intuitive level don't like interacting a lot with negative people. Look at it from this point of view. A person who is negative in nature is generally a person who sucks energy out of a conversation. And nobody wants to talk to people who are only extracting energy out of a conversation and not contributing to the energy. Now, if you are somebody who is negative by nature, you may not even realize that people are not giving you enough time. People are not being approachable towards you. People are not giving you enough bandwidth because they feel that spending time with you is actually exhausting them and exhausting their energy. However, if you want a boost of energy, a boost of positivity in your life, I would very strongly recommend you to become a part of the Profit Clan. What is Profit Clan? It's an email community of Paycheck to Profit where I send out a lot of email content. I send out a lot of updates about law of attraction, about Paycheck to Profit. I send you invites to exclusive masterclasses and other live sessions that I do across social media. Sometimes I'm doing a live on Facebook. Sometimes I'm doing a live on Instagram. For you to keep updated with these situations and with these new content that is coming out, becoming a part of the Profit Clan is the most formidable way. How do you become part of the Profit Clan? You will find the link in the description below the like button. And if you're listening to this podcast while you're driving or taking a walk, I'll just read out the link for you so that you can register it on a subconscious level and come back to it whenever possible. The link is www.paychecktogrofit.com/profitclan, which is www.paychecktogrofit.com/profitclan, which is paychecktogrofit.com/profitclan. Please make sure that you become a part of the Profit Clan so that you can get a lot of positive energy, a lot of positive content, which will help you change your mindset. The third way negative thinking is driving your law of attraction in the negative direction or towards a lot of friction is that negative thinking makes you pessimistic by nature on a very subconscious level. You tend to look at negative things or negative possibilities or negative perspective of every situation. While this is very important to get a real perspective, to get a balanced perspective, negative people tend to think about all the possible negative possibilities, which could be second down in line or third situation down in line. You don't need to think about negative situation that could happen 15 steps down the line. What you need to understand is, while you are practicing something, while you are trying to execute something, there are going to be challenges. And if you are on the journey, you will find ways to overcome those challenges. Rather than thinking about things negatively, many negative thinkers don't get into so many opportunities. They miss out on opportunities because they are only thinking negatively and they are being pessimistic about the possibilities in the future. Now imagine how is this working out in your financial life. Probably you are missing out on a good career growth or a career jump just because the company from where you're getting an offer seems very, it's a startup and you don't want to take a risk with your career. While it's a good thing that you don't want to take a risk with your career and you're trying to evaluate the company, but look at the last 20-30 years. The entire situation and the entire ecosystem for startups has improved tremendously. This could also come across when you are trying to invest in a particular real estate plot or in a particular stock of a company, or while applying for an IPO. Your negative thinking is going to make you pessimistic about all possibilities in life. So you will have to be very mindful about how much negative thinking is controlling your decisions. The fourth way negative thinking is impacting your law of attraction practice is that negative thinking makes you focus on the wrong things. And wherever you focus, that situation in your life is going to definitely expand. If you are investing a lot of energy towards thinking negatively about a particular situation, what is happening is your faculties of analysis, your faculty of problem solving, your faculty of overcoming challenges is also getting diminished. Because all your faculty is getting used, all your energy is getting used, all your thought process is actually getting invested towards thinking about the negative possibilities, the negative outcomes, or the negative situations that could arise while you are trying to execute a particular situation. Hence, negative thinking is very, very, very drastic to your overall growth and progress. The fifth way in which negative thinking or negative mindset shatters your law of attraction practice is that all the factors put together have a direct impact of all the possible journey of your negativity has an impact on your self-confidence, your self-worth, your self-esteem. Now, this is a topic in itself which I have spoken about in one of the past episodes, how improving your self-worth will help you attract a lot faster. It's the episode 12 in this series. The link to that episode will be given to you in the description below. I would very strongly recommend you to listen to that episode entirely. But let me give you a bird's eye view. If your approach towards life is negative, if your approach towards opportunities is negative, if your approach towards growth possibilities is negative because you're being pessimistic, if people are not connecting with you on a very deep level, this is over a period of time on a subconscious level going to impact your self-worth and your self-confidence. And that is also causing a ripple effect towards your law of attraction practice. Hence, I would very strongly recommend you to listen to the episode 12. You'll find the link in the description below. And these are the 5 ways in which negative thinking is impacting your law of attraction practice. It is making you overthink. It is making people keep a distance from you. It is making you pessimistic by nature. It is making you focus on the wrong things in the overall situation. And most importantly, it is lowering your self-worth. I hope this episode has given you a lot of perspective and it has given you a lot of thought process to think about, and it has given you a lot of fodder to think about. Thank you for listening to this episode till this moment. May I request you to please take a screenshot of this episode wherever you're listening on your podcast platform. Take a screenshot of that. Share that screenshot on a social media platform, LinkedIn and Instagram being the most preferred options. And do not forget to tag Pay2Pro and Mr. Emojical. My personal social media handle is Mr. Emojical. Tag both of these handles and I would be more than happy to amplify your story on my platforms. And more importantly, you would be helping many people get introduced to Manifest with Paycheck to Profit and becoming a catalyst in their journey towards manifesting their goals and their desires. Do not forget to follow me across social media. And if you feel like asking me any question, you feel free to reach out to me on DM and ask me your questions about manifestations, money mindset, law of attraction, or anything to do with money blocks. I'm very approachable and I'll be more than happy to answer your questions. Please make sure you follow me across social media. If you've been listening to this episode on a podcast platform, you can watch all these episodes on Paycheck to Profit's YouTube channel. And if you've been watching us, you can also follow us across most social media or most podcast platforms. If you've been listening to this episode on a podcast platform, may I request you to please take a couple of seconds and give a 5-star rating to this podcast and this episode on the platform where you're listening to this podcast, because it helps the podcast grow tremendously and reach out to a new audience, which is very, very, very helpful for Paycheck to Profit and to the overall community. Thank you so much for giving us your time. Thank you so much for listening to us or watching this episode till the end. I'll now see you in the next episode. Until then, please take good care of yourselves. Keep going, keep growing.